Hello, good morning everyone. I am Rajesh from Icomsoft Solutions. Today I am going to give you a live application prototype demo on Parker's and on remote monitoring system, or we call it as ARMS, using an IoT device. Now let's see some of the ARMS project features and its architecture. Using this system, we can collect the lean metrics data of the value streams, departments, maintenance staffs, and employees. So, when an incident occurs in the production line, which could be due to material unavailability, machine breakdown, quality related, or due to operator non availability, the ARM system captures these data and sends instant notifications as SMS and email to the concerned department staffs. These data will be helpful to the management to analyze and take corrective actions, through which we can reduce the machine downtime and increased productivity and performance of the staffs. So this is the IoT switch design and architecture. Here 1 represents the maintenance department, 2 represents quality, 3 represents material, and 4 operator non-availability. So we have taken these value streams into consideration: FM assembly, FM element, powder coating, Rackor element, Scania element, seaming, and operation non-availability. So against each value streams, an IoT switch will be placed wherein the production staffs can press any of these 4 buttons. Any of these 4 buttons where there is an issue. Once he presses the buttons or the switch, the data is transmitted wirelessly to the centralized SQL Server database, which is an on-premises server. Once the data is received at the server end, it sends instant notifications on mobile app of the maintenance staff and also as an SMS and email to them. The same application can be viewed on user computer as well as on the LED screen available on the factory floor. Now let's go into the application and see the live demo. So this is the landing page or the login page for the application. Only the registered users can log in to the system. It could be a maintenance staff, or it could be the management staff, or it could be the administrator. So now I am logging into the system. So this is the main landing page of the application, wherein you can see the menus, various menus of the application. These menus are collapsible menus. So if you don't require, or if you don't want to see it, just click on this. The whole dashboard will be available to you. So we have two dashboards. One is the LED screen dashboard and other is the incident dashboard. Now let's have a look at the LED dashboard. So this dashboard will be displayed on the LED screen which is available on the factory floor. Here you can see the total issues, the issues which has occurred or incidents which has occurred today, how many issues are pending and how many has been completed. This represents greater than 2 days. This represents the issues which has not been completed or which has crossed more than 2 days. And similarly, you have for 5 days. So need to take care of these kind of issues because it has crossed its limit and duration. Now let's see the bar chart. Here you can see all the value streams on the x-axis and its count on the y-axis. The four bar charts which you are seeing right now are maintenance. You can see the legends at the bottom of the graph, material, operator NA and quality. For some of the value streams, you may not see the bar charts because no incident has been reported in that particular value stream. So if you mouse over the bar chart, you can see the total count in that value stream in that particular department. So once the department maintenance staff has attended to the problem and has closed the issue, automatically the count will decrease. So if any no incidents happens, automatically the count will increase based on which value stream and for which department. Now let's see the incident dashboard. In this screen, you can see two tabs here. One is the department wise incidents, the other is the value stream wise incidents. Department wise incidents, you can select for which department and you can also specify the date range and pull out the data. So here is the graph for it, wherein you can see only here I have chosen only the material. So you can see what all incidents occurred in the value streams with respect to this particular department and its total count. The other tab is the value stream wise. You have to select for which value stream, and here also you have the options for date range, so you can pull out reports for any number of period. Here you can see the count in that department for that particular value stream. So now we move on to the masters, where you are defining your departments, mapping it to the employees and the value streams. Here you can see we have added these four departments. So if you want to add a new department, click add button. It pops up and you have to give the department name, and you can either make this make this as active or inactive. If you are making this as inactive, this will not be showing in any of the application screens. Similarly, you can edit the particular record, and if you have any changes, you can change it and save. Similarly, you can delete a particular record if you don't require it, and also you can search for records in the search box above. You can also copy the data to the clipboard, or you can export as an Excel file, or a PDF, or you can print directly. Similarly, you can, if you don't want to see any of the columns, you can hide that. And here you have the paging. It will show the next set of records if available. Similarly, you can sort on clicking at the grid header page. Now we move on to value stream masters. The same functionality is available on all the screens. You can see the add button, the export options, the print options, the column visibility options, the search options, and the edit and delete options. I am editing a record. The value stream code is an auto-generated code, so you don't have to enter any code. So all these things are auto-generated. Only the thing you have to enter is the value stream name. Now you go to department mapping. In this screen, we are mapping the department staffs for that particular value stream and for that particular department. Let me show you the details. You have to select the value stream and the department for it, and the primary contact, primary name, email ID, and phone number of the primary contact. Similarly, you have to enter the secondary contact's email and phone number. I'll just edit and record and show you how what's the functionality of it. Now I'm editing a record For this value stream record element and for this department operator NA, Mr. Javagar is the in charge and he is the primary contact who will be receiving all the notifications instantly on his mobile number and on his email ID. So what happens here is you can see number of days. Here I have mentioned as 3, which means that if the primary contact has not closed or completed the problem or incident which has been reported within 3 days, the secondary contact or the escalation contact what we have mentioned here will be receiving an alert on his mobile number and on his email. Here you have the field number of minutes. This is applicable only for the department operator NA. Here, if the department in this in the value stream, say for example, the guy who is working on the production floor, who is working on that machine, has taken a break and he has not turned up within the stipulated minutes what we have mentioned here, then a notification alarm goes to the primary contact. So here you can set the number of minutes and the limit for it. It could be anything like 10 minutes or break or whatever. So after 10 minutes, the primary contact will get a notification that the operator is not available in that machine.